right towards the end, and that 1 point could just win it for you. You know, there's 40 points to grab as well, so that's what we're here for, you know.
As you say, ranking points and a big cash prizes. Marginal gains making the difference, and who will make the difference in this one? Thailand against Serbia, Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT against Tijana, BOGDANOVIC. Well, the all-Olympian clash. WONGPATTANAKIT, of course, Rio Olympic Games bronze medalist. And indeed, double world champion, so she's got the pedigree on the way into this one. BOGDANOVIC not to be outdone. The Olympic silver medalist ready for action in this one. Semi-final number 1 in the flyweight division, and the athletes are ready.
We will now start the first match of the women under 49 kilograms semi-final. Please welcome the referees.
Big moments for the referees as well. They're in contention for selection for the Tokyo Olympics. Of course, their eyes are on this one. Guo Li in charge. There, of course, for the safety of the fighters, the 3 corner judges adding on any extra points.
Blue player, representing Thailand, Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT.
Well, here she comes, the double world champion, all smiles, and she's one definitely worth watching, Joe.
Absolutely, you know, she is dominating her weight category right now, and I think she is the one to beat.
Although she'll be the one to beat, it'll be no mean feat to get past her. Chae Young-suk in the coaching corner, ready for this one. Well, a super serve, Tijana BOGDANOVIC, the Olympic silver medalist. A couple of Grand Prix silvers as well on the road into this one. Top class fighter. Dragan Jovic, the coach, as well. And if anyone's going to give the style of WONGPATTANAKIT some difficulty, you would imagine BOGDANOVIC would be one of those.
Absolutely, you know, she's picked up form again, and she's back to where she's supposed to be, and I'm sure she's going to be firing and ready to go for this one.
Guo Li, likewise, ready to go for this one. Who can fire the shots in early? Will, of course, be testing times for both fighters in the match, but testing times first on the protectors. And in terms of the height, well, just 1 centimetre of a difference for WONGPATTANAKIT. Well, we mentioned marginal gains. I don't think the height makes too much of a difference in this one. Long legs, great power and flexibility from both. Round 1, semi-final number 1 on the final day here in Chiba. And who can make it into the flyweight final in this one? Open stance straight away. And WONGPATTANAKIT, as we know, has that cut and chop kick up to the head, but it's the customary checking out process. A rare back leg turning kick to the face there, Joe.
She's been business. She's going straight for the big points. And I can't say much more. You know, this type of game here is highlighting what the opportunities are open to. So if you're not ready, if you're not on guard, you can get caught at any moment.
Well, the wise words of Mohamed Choke, Great Britain's heavyweight prohibitive favourite, but it's BOGDANOVIC at the moment holding her own in the centre. Big punch on the inside from the Thai fighter, the judges liked it.
Right through the body armor there, clean and clinical. The referee have to score these type of points. Sometimes, you know, when you give a punch, it's almost like the scream and the shout that you give is kind of convinced the referee to just score the points. And sometimes it's not even the athlete, sometimes the coach who even shouts loudest, and the referee gets so much convinced and just can put it on the board. So sometimes just take a little bit more convincing with the punch.
No, it's an interesting point you make as well, as talking to some of the Croatian contingent who they've got a fighter later on, Tony Canet, involved in the action, but the cheers that the team gives as well, it can encourage the judges.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, we're here to score points. Obviously, it's electronic, but at the same time, these points that the referee put on, if you can convince them, you know, it could be that point that could win you the game.
Absolutely right. And it's that 1 point that separates them. Half a minute to go in a slow and steady start. Front leg to the face from WONGPATTANAKIT, just a warning. A little hook round the corner there. Signs of adaptation from the Thai fighter. And this overhead view showing the distance between the two. Back down to eye level as they go the distance. Last 10 seconds, another flick up to the face. Punch again, but not too much steam on it. Judges still enjoyed it. The Croce, big shout from the coach, certainly helped, as you said.
It does.
From we've creeped towards the end of the first round. A couple of punches on the board showing the adaptation, and not only that, we know she's very good with the front leg, but she started with the back leg as well.
She did. You know, everybody's kind of suss each other out, like what they mostly do the most. Obviously, we know that Thailand is very good with the front leg. She's very creative with it as well. She can find open angles and score points from it as well. So everybody's aware of that. So sometimes when you're aware of that, you kind of just have to change your strategy a little bit because you come out to play against that. And these are the little moments you can just change game.
See those little moments that are changing the games, and it was those game-changing punches that separate the two. Chae Young-suk, by way of Korea, the coach in the corner, and they work hard. I don't know if you've ever had any training camps with the Thai team. They're probably quite a small weight category compared to yourself, but very much the Korean training methods that they use.
Yeah, they're very effective with it. You know, we know that they're practical in the game that they play, and the way that they flow in the training is what they do in the ring as well. And it seems to be very effective.
It's certainly been effective so far. 2 to the good for WONGPATTANAKIT. Draven Jovic and his charge here. Tijana Bogdanovic. Can they make an adaptation? Better start from the Serb. Staying in that open stance for both. Looking for options and angles. Plenty of strength behind these shots as well. The punch, not too much pop on it this time. Flicks one up to the face there. Signs of life from the Serb. So WONGPATTANAKIT just taking her time, cool and composed. She's got the lead, goes with the hook under the body. Excellent stuff.
Absolutely. You know, she tried at the first round and it didn't really go on the body armor. And sometimes you just gotta have to look where the openings are. You know, just really trying to open her arm up so you can just get that shot to the body there.
As you rightly say, accuracy generates the points halfway through this second round. And it's 4 points up for the Thai fighter in blue. Bogdanovic, of course, has the flexibility, wants that closed stance option to try and flick it up to the jaw. Gets close. Good block again from Thailand. And WONGPATTANAKIT couldn't have asked for a better start to this second round. Last 30 seconds in this one. She seems, the Thai fighter, WONGPATTANAKIT, just to be in second gear, just taking her time.
Yeah, she's not really giving a lot of threat, but she's ready in a counter. You know, Serbia's obviously trying to give her a lot of questions with the front leg. But she's very effective, staying grounded, just waiting for her to make a mistake where she sees an opening, she just takes it, just making the game look very simple at the moment for herself.
As you rightly say, Mahama Choke giving us the expert analysis. It's far from simple as you see that hook back round the jaw.
Absolutely amazing, amazing. Going from being subtle to all being offensive. It's the strategy of the game. You know, sometimes you almost show your opponent, I'm just going to chill, I'm not going to do too much. I'm just going to cancel everything that you're doing. And then when you almost fall asleep, it's like, right, this is the moment now, I'm just going to pick up. And that's what she's very good at doing.
It's an interesting point you made. I was talking before about the Korean training methods and that style of almost hypnotising your opponent and slowing them down.
That's right.
We saw In Kyo-don do it yesterday in your own division.
He's amazing at it. He's what I call the hypnotizer. He literally will calm the situation down, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. He will do it to the point where you think, okay, nothing is going on here. What a beautiful shot, by the way.
Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable.
And In Kyo-don is really good at that. And sometimes this is what the elite is about. Can you get your opponent to the point where he thinks nothing is going on, the storm is calm, and almost just put you to bed, and then just when you think nothing's going on, just surprise you. And that's what makes the beauty of the game right now, especially with this system.
Wise words indeed. Trying to lull them into a false sense of security and then pounce, but it's the Thai fighter, Panipak WONGPATTANAKIT, 7 to the good, going down the stretch here in the third round of this opening semi-final. Tijana Bogdanovic rightly being a bit more aggressive. Good back leg turning kick there from the Serb, and she's certainly not going down without a fight here. Not an insurmountable lead, but you would imagine very difficult, especially when you've got legs like that.
Oh, she's very flexible with it. You know, like I said from the beginning, she can kick you from some awkward angles, and I think that's what makes opponent really threaten to be offensive, to trying to go forward, because they know she's capable of doing that.
As you see, that capability has paid off richly. Another front leg to the face gets close, and as time ticks down on the efforts of the Serb, another headshot whistles past.
Yeah, no, far off there with the back leg, just changing the timing of going from defense to attack. Just really just trying to put Serbia on the back foot here. If Serbia can break the timing of her front leg and really trying to get into that short distance, maybe she can get a little bit more success. But it's very difficult when someone's very grounded and can really just pull any shots at any moment.
As you see, when she's got legs like arms, you can just flick them out whenever you want. Good control of the ring as well. Well, you'd imagine that's going to be one and done for WONGPATTANAKIT, and it's going to be a bronze medal for Tijana Bogdanovic. 40 seconds to try and change that dynamic, but it could be a shutout victory here. Nice turn of the shoulder, avoids the punch, and less than half a minute left to go now. Oh, what a shot.
She makes it look so simple, and look how calmly she does it as well. She's not phased at all by the attack that's coming towards to her. She's aware of the opening, she's aware of the distance, she's aware where Tijana is, and she's just waiting for her, just for her leg to drop, and just a beautiful timing just to pick it up to the head.
Yeah, as you rightly say, timing of the essence, and time of the essence now. 10-0, a shutout victory. Is it possible? It certainly looks like it. Maybe a gam jump will save the day and put one on the board. It does indeed. 10-1, but it's going to be one and done for Thailand. The clock ticks down on the efforts of Bogdanovic. Super effort from the Serb. Bronze medal and $1,000 goes to her. And some useful ranking points. Panipak, WONGPATTANAKIT. Obviously, we're saying there, she's making it look easy. She's making it look simple. We know it's anything but simple. But the way we had a little interview with her this morning, and she was saying that the most important thing for her is to stay in the moment and not think too far ahead.